As a college student, I know we're all on a budget. I'm always looking for cheap and free ways to explore Philadelphia and see what the city has to offer. So today, we're going to take a look at some of the free museum opportunities around the city. Let's check it out. The first museum we went to was the Wagner Free Institute of Science, which is located on 17th and Montgomery. It's super close to campus, just a few minutes walk. We weren't allowed to film inside, but that's totally okay because I encourage you to go see this for yourself. Inside you will find a very extensive collection of fossils, rocks, taxidermy animals, and skeletons. This museum is always free and open Tuesday through Friday from 9:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. and on the first Saturday of every month.
My favorite part about the Wagner Museum was all of the birds. I have never seen so many birds in one place in my life. The museum itself is so beautiful and old.
Okay, so my favorite part about this museum was definitely the shells because there were so many shells to see. Also, I liked the crystals, and if you like crystals, you should definitely come here because there's so many cases of crystals. There is, in general, just so many things to see in this museum. You could come here in between classes if you wanted to because it's so close to campus, but also there's so much to see that it might take you a little while. If you like science, definitely check it out. It's right near campus. I can see stars. So if you go to the gym, hit the weights, right? Hit the weights, and then hit the fossils.
The second museum we checked out was the Science History Institute, located in Old City on 315 Chestnut Street. To get there, we just took the Broad Street line south to City Hall and then took the Market Frankford line east to Independence Hall Station. There was so much to see, and I would describe walking through this museum like reading a science storybook. One of the current exhibits is about textiles and the history of synthetic dye making, which was really fascinating. The Science History Institute is always free and is open Wednesday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. The two museums I will be highlighting next, we actually went to on the same day because they are located right next to each other. The Barnes Foundation being at 2025 Benjamin Franklin Parkway, and the Rodin Museum being at 2151 Benjamin Franklin Parkway. To get here, you can take the Broad Street line south to City Hall and then walk. It's actually a really nice walk, especially on a sunny day like this one. We first checked out the Rodin Museum, which was filled with sculptures done by French artist Auguste Rodin. The collection was put together by philanthropist Jules E. Masbaum, which he began collecting in 1924. The work inside this museum was absolutely stunning, and again, I encourage you to go see it for yourself. The Rodin Museum is open Friday through Monday from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m.
My favorite part of the Rodin Museum was a mother and her grotto and how innocent the distance between the mother's nose was from the child's face. My favorite part about the Rodin Museum was the martyr statue because it's exactly how I sleep at night. It's just, and it was beautiful. There were so many different materials. My favorite were the marble statues. They were really pretty.
My favorite part about this museum was a statue called The Secret. In this museum in general, very beautiful, calming, peaceful. Loved it. 10 out of 10.
Right down the street, we headed over to the Barnes Foundation, which was definitely my favorite of all the museums I went to. This collection was chartered by Albert C. Barnes in 1922. The website states the Barnes mission, which is to, quote, promote the advancement of education and the appreciation of the fine arts and horticulture, end quote. I think that is really beautiful, and that mission really shines throughout the museum. It's free the first Sunday of every month, and it's open Thursday through Monday from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m.
My favorite part of the Barnes Foundation was all the paintings, obviously, but all the frames were so pretty. Renoir has the prettiest frames ever. My favorite part of the Barnes Foundation was learning something about Soutine, and also just recognizing the fact that that portrait is one that I've been looking at for years of my life, and that it just happened to be Soutine. And also the birds.
My favorite part about the Barnes Foundation was the metal pieces on the wall. I thought they were really beautiful.